Welcome back. May is National Foster Care Month and children across the nation are in need of homes. In Tennessee alone, over 8,000 kids are looking for a foster home. Here to tell us a little bit more about the foster care needs here in our region is Jacob Meadows with Youth Villages. Jacob, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Well, first off, let's talk about who can be a foster parent in general.
Well, just about anyone can be a foster parent. Of course, we do have some certain specifications. You must be at least 25 years old. We accept single or married applicants. But really what we're looking for is people who are just willing and able. Right now, I actually have a 70-year-old person who is currently applying to be a foster parent with us.
So many different options out there, and let's talk about what your biggest need is when it comes to foster care right now.
So our biggest need right now is, of course, for more foster homes. Specifically, we really need foster homes for sibling groups as well as teenagers. And I'd like to highlight a little bit on the wonderful things that you can do with fostering teenagers. They don't need as much supervision, of course. They can be much more independent, and plus they are really benefiting from an adult in their life who is guiding them, who is someone they can model from, because they themselves are that much closer to being an adult.
And let's talk a little bit about how long the training process is to become a foster parent.
So right now the training process takes about 6 to 8 weeks to complete, and our training courses are almost exclusively online except for CPR. That is taught in person, but it just makes it so much more convenient and accessible for people. Our courses, throughout that time, we are conducting home study interviews, and we're meeting with the families, and we just make the process as streamlined as we can.
And let's talk about the other support that you offer there at Youth Villages.
We offer so much support to our foster homes. We have a 24/7 on-call crisis, so that way you are always able to reach someone in need. We have counselors that come into the home regularly once a week to provide therapeutic interventions for the kids, as well as support for the foster homes. And throughout the whole process, of becoming a certified foster home, we are there every step of the way, and even after. We offer ongoing training so that our families can stay really trauma informed and be up to date on the newest interventions.
If there's someone that's at home maybe sitting on the fence about becoming a foster parent, what would you say to them?
Just do it. It's so wonderful, and you won't be sorry that you took the opportunity.
And I know that you mentioned before we started this interview that you had some stories you wanted to share. Let's talk about the impact that foster parents can have in these kids' lives.
Oh wow, they can do so much good for the kiddos that we work with. Of course the goal is reunification if possible, but we have these foster parents that can work with kids for years and even adopt them, and they can go on to lead such successful lives. They get to experience things that they may not have had to, the opportunity to, if it weren't for their foster parents.
Yes, and it sounds like a really great need is, happening right now. How bad is it here in Northeast Tennessee?
Well, I wouldn't say it's bad, but we are always in need of homes. We have thousands of children that we work with across the state, and the more homes we have, the better. If we have more homes to work with our kiddos, then that means less kids that are in residential facilities, less group homes, things of that nature.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to talk about this very important topic. We appreciate you for stopping by First at 4. And if you'd like to learn more about fostering, you can reach out to Youth Villages. Their number is listed right there on your screen.